Hi everyone, I'm going to react to Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 18, Sneak Attack. Last episode, I was so confused because I hadn't given myself a refresher course on what had happened before I started this continuation of the season 4 and whatnot. So I was super confused, but like I said, after that episode, I said I was gonna go and check out recaps and stuff. So I did that, and now I'm sort of somewhat back into it. I hope. I'm pretty sure there are still gonna be something I might be confused about, but for the most part, I know where we were, and now, yeah, let's get into this episode. Well, let's talk about what happened last episode. This started with Levi. Levi and like I said, I did my recap. Levi and Zeke, they were together, right? Zeke was bound with this shell. What were they called again? I forgot. And then he exploded the thing, and that was where Levi got hurt, right? And then you had Hanji found him and those Jaegerists or whatever flock. They found Levi. It seems like Levi is still alive because Flock ran away with him. So I'm assuming he's still alive. And then you had the Marlians attacking, Paradise with Peak and the Jotan, the Cartan, Reiner. They were facing Eren, right? And Eren was in a bad way because they came up with this new weapon that did a lot of damage. So he's in trouble. So you had Onyankopon go to the others that were still captured, and he tried to make his case to have them help Eren. And Armin was like, okay, I understand. And he still doesn't think that he thinks that Eren has another plan in mind, and he's not really in with Zeke's plan about, rendering every Eldian sterile and whatnot. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go and help, but yeah, I just don't know what's gonna happen. Let's just get into this episode. And before we get into it, if you guys want a reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and please consider supporting my Patreon at patreon.com/feelingmini. And now let's start this episode, and here we go. Okay, guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comment in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review. But is that because because it's Eren? Uh, do they believe you? Do you believe? I don't know. How about say, do you believe this yourself? Or are you trying to convince yourself? Yes, we did. Oh, and I forgot his name last episode, John. I know. I know. Uh-huh. Could it be what? Make what believable? Like, had to come with a lie that he hates her to make it more believable? They're killing all my. Guys, do something. Okay. For freedom. That has always been his thing, right? To be free. Porco. Okay. Ooh, fight back. Fight back. Although I still don't know what your deal is. Oh god, yeah. Who was Porco again? Whatever. How about you go to sleep? Damn. What is that? Wait. Was that Zeke? Where did he come from? It ain't. Mm-hmm. Man, this song. This makes me so hype. Oh, Annie must be coming back, right? She must be coming back. I love that part so much. I made it my intro. Episode 77, Sneak Attack. Sneak Attack from who? Because this is not a sneak attack. Or is it from Armin and the others? Oh, it's just it's like attacking her, right? Pick. Uh-huh. I've never been so happy to see Zeke. Woo! That's how you did, and then you killed my. He's going to him. Who was this dude again? Really? Really? Oh. Yeah, you all do. So Z can use them, turn them into, turn them against. Who was that girl again? Well, she's one of the Jaegerists. And well, yeah, for now. Once you figure out exactly what his thing is, maybe you can put it back on. But for now, nah. Why you look so cool? Look at me, Kasaka. Oh, this girl's crazy, man. Probably seeing Zeke's, doing his thing is making it like, Like I'm thinking, are people? They must be worried that yeah. Hmm. What's up with her? What was that? What the heck was that? Go. Oh, he's gonna bring him to them. Niall. Mm-hmm. Uh, yeah, he drank this pound of fluid, the wine. He might. Really though? If his plan is just regenerating. Wait, they did? So that's a sneak attack. Yeah. They got you. They got you. Wait, is he gonna eat him? What the heck? Aaron is gonna eat. That's what he's trying to do, right? Eat Zeke because I'm also thinking that because of what Rana said. So that's your plan. The one person who shouldn't have that power is you. You know, and well, Zeke is royalty. Okay, and you need if you eat a royal, does that make you royalty as well? I know if he eats him, he's gonna get the beast stand power, which he's gonna have the power to turn any people, I guess, with his final spinal fluid into titans and whatnot. But would that also make him have the royal bloodline thing as well? And if he does, then he'll be just like a one package deal. He can do whatever he wants with the power. So they started the episode basically with Armin's speech. It was the same thing. And then you got reactions from everybody else about how they felt and all that. I love when John said that. He said that he reminded us what he said when he met Aaron, and saying that Aaron was gonna drag them to hell or something like that, along those lines. He brought that back, and Connie is like, I don't want him to die either. So they decided to help Aaron. But Aaron was still holding his own. I'm like, when he was fighting against those three, and it felt like, you had that anti-tan shell that hit him like twice, I believe. And then he was like just like this on a pewter. I'm like, okay, this can't be it, right? And then Reiner was attacking him. I'm like, this can't be it. Because he's in, how many tans has he in now? I think he's got like 3 tans inside of him, right? He has the Warhammer 10. Like I said, I went into the recap thing. He has the Warhammer 10. He has the Founding 10. And then the Attack 10, which is where he was originally, right? If I believe that correctly. If I remember that correctly. Now you have, how many tans are there supposed to be? Is it 9? Armin, Peak, Gilliard, the Beast. Let me say something else. Is it supposed to be 7? I don't know. But he's got 3 of them. Okay. So I'm like, yo, this can't be it. He can't just be defeated like that. So when he started fighting back using the Warhammer 10 powers, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. He's not gonna just give up like that. And Reiner was asking himself, like, what is making you do this? Just give up. Just, go to sleep. Just that. And I'm like, you go to sleep. Why should Aaron be the one to go to sleep? You go to sleep. But he was fighting and fighting and fighting. And then Zeke showed up. And I have never been so happy to see Zeke in my entire life. Even though his thing is to make people sterile, in this particular moment, Aaron needed the help. Okay, so when he showed up and then he just started flinging rocks, like he did when Erwin died, and Armin almost died as well. That episode, So he started doing it to his own people. I'm like, yes, he's here. Started destroying them, and then the Jaegers showed up behind Peak, and I think that was the last we saw of them over there. And then we come back to him, and it seems like Peak is defeated. We didn't actually see her defeated. And then Flock is asking the others, like, what did you do it? Where's the body or something or other like that? And they're like, we thought you did. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is certainly she's not defeated. And then you see her there. They turn the weapon towards Zeke, and then they hit Zeke. He is not dead as of yet, but then they're like, as long as he's still alive, he can and turning people into titans. Which Falco, right? That's his name, Falco. Falco and his brother and Gabby, they're making their way towards Zeke, hoping that once Zeke knows that he has the spinal fluid in him, he's not gonna turn him into a titan. And I'm like, if Zeke's plan is so important to him, will he not do it just because of Falco? It might be, he might stop. I just don't know why he would. But yeah, so Armin and the others, while they were making their way to go help Eren, Armin and Mikasa were having this discussion about why did Eren tell her that he hated her. And Armin had this flashback about when they saw the ocean for the first time, and then they were looking out there, and Eren is like, once we kill all our enemies out there, that means we'll be free, right? But he said it in a way that, I don't know, it felt sad or something. I don't know. The way Eren said it in that flashback, I don't know. And then Armin was like it felt like he made that kind of he made a realization when he remembered that or something. And then I'm like, well, what did you figure out? But he didn't say anything. And he just basically told Mikasa that they will just ask Eren once this is over. When Mikasa was gonna jump into battle, the scarf, she didn't take it with her, which she has been wearing that scarf ever since Eren gave it to her. So the fact that she put it down is significant. That blonde girl, trying to remember, I don't quite remember where she came into play. I feel like she looked up to Mikasa or something or other, but then she betrayed them and joined with the Jaegerists or something or other. I don't quite exactly remember. And she asked Mikasa if she wasn't gonna bring the scarf. She's like, no, I'm not bringing it. And she had this look on her face. Okay. So they got out there and they're like, oh, okay. Seems like they don't really need us because you have Zeke destroying everybody else. And he's like, it seems like Reiner's the one that needs help. Oh, I think that was Connie that said it. Seems like Reiner is the one that needs help. And then Armin is like, they noticed that Eren was making his way to Zeke. And Yelena, I was trying to remember her name. And Yelena is like, Zeke and Eren, they agreed to meet at a particular point, at a meeting place. And, this is the meeting place. And, Eren was making his way over there. And then Armin turns around and he's like, those two are the only ones that can save us. And we need to help them. I don't know. I was conflicted in that particular moment. Because, yes, we want to save Eren. Okay. But do we want to have Eren and Zeke meet each other and enact this euthanization, this plan to render people, unable to bear children? Do we want to help him do that? But Armin was so determined, and so I'm like, okay, I guess. And then they were trying to help, but it felt like Marley was so prepared when they came that anything that they were trying to, Zeke being there, it did a whole lot of damage, but then it still felt like Marley was still on top of things. I don't know. When they released Armin and the others, they went and released everybody that was locked up, the people that were against Eren and his plans and everything, the military. They released all those people, and some of them, a whole lot of them, have their spinal fluid, inside. And they were gonna act as, what did Pixie said? I don't know. But they were also gonna do something. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if it comes down to it, and then Zeke turns all those people into Tans, it's not like, well, he can command them, right? He can command them to do whatever they want. So he can command those Tans, the military, everybody that was turned, including Falco, he can command them into attacking the Marleyans, right? And that will be a big deal for us. It will be a big win for us. So I'm like, okay, I guess that's a plan as well. And everybody else that didn't have the drink, this fluid in them, they were armed with their gears and stuff. They didn't have a whole lot, so prioritize those people that didn't drink the fluid. So yeah, so you had what was his name, Mr. Nile. I'm trying to remember where we saw him, but I can't quite place him. But him and Falco were having the discussion. He's like, I have, my daughters, and I wanted to see my daughters, but I can't really go to them anymore because, he has the fluid in him and he doesn't want to put them in danger and all that. And um he was telling Falco that with the Marlians attacking, they probably came to rescue him and stuff. And then he's like, Marlians will never do this to rescue him. So when they were all let out into the world, and then you had Gabby and what was his name again? The brother. And then they found Falco, and Niall noticed. Well, did Niall notice, or did Falco notice? And then he told Niall that his brother was there. I knew he was gonna bring Falco to them, and he was bringing them. He was getting closer, closer, and the brother was getting ready to maybe kill Niall, but then Gabby stopped him, and then Niall gave them the brother, and he's like, "This is no place for a kid, so just go." And then that was it. And then after that, the brother was asking Gabby exactly why he stopped him, and then that's when you see the orphanage people with that girl, I forgot her name, who Sasha saved, really looked up to Sasha and wanted to kill Gabby for killing her. You see first Sasha's parents, I believe, because if I remember correctly, they had a dinner or something in honor of Sasha, and then the parents were there, and then the cook wanted to brought Gabby to them, and it's like she's the one that killed them, and but then the parents was like, we're not gonna do this, but the girl was still angry with Gabby. So when they were walking by and Gabby first saw them, heard them being worried about Falco and Gabby, they were using other names, Mia and Ben, I think they were calling themselves at that time. So when they were walking by and they were talking about those two and they were hoping that they were safe, she felt emotional that they were still worrying about her, even though she's the one that killed Sasha. And then, what was her name? Kaya? Is it Kaya? Or something else? I don't know. I'm not gonna find this right now. She was walking by and she's like, she wishes she killed Gabby. And that's when we had the moment with Gabby basically saying that the people here were not devils, they were just human beings, and we decided to call them devils. And she basically realized the cycle of violence that was being perpetrated with this whole war that was going on, and I'm like, that's how war goes. It's a cycle of violence that never stops until someone decides to stop it. Even if someone decides to stop it, there's always someone there that wants revenge. It's a cycle of revenge and stuff. Because you had the Marleyans infiltrating Paradise, created this whole thing where people were killed and all that. So you have the Paradise, the Eldians over there, going against Marleyans. Like Eren infiltrated, their city and then created all those damages, people died and everything, and now they're coming back and they want revenge, and it's like it's a never-ending cycle. How are you gonna end this? I have no clue. I hope Eren's idea, whatever he has in mind, is gonna be the right thing, and that's gonna end this war. I still don't, like, when I'm here and I'm trying to think about how this is gonna end, I cannot figure it out. Like, I cannot. Excuse me. I'm like, okay, they said that if you have the founding titan and then you have the town of Titan of royal blood, whatever, that you can change the biology, whatever, physiology, whatever of the Titans and stuff. Can Eren make it in such a way? Can they make it in such a way that any future Eldians that are born will never be able to turn to Titans? That might end this fight. You know, if any future descendants are not gonna be able to turn into Titans, then there's not gonna be any Attack on Titans. I don't know. Ooh, what else happened? Yeah. Oh yeah. So after Habi had that realization, Falco also decided to tell everybody how he felt. He said how he was the one, like he helped Eren. He didn't know it, of course, but he helped Eren communicate with the outside world, and that's how they were able to coordinate the attack against Marley. And then he announced to Gabby that he was in love with her and he wanted to get I think it was Reiner's power that they wanted to get, the Omertan power. He wanted to get that because he didn't want her to get it. And so, once you get those things, you only have, I think, 13 years to live or something like that. And he wanted her to live a long time. And he said all those things. I love how Gabby and the brother were looking at each other. And then they went back and looked at him. And then Gabby is like, so why are you telling me all of this? And then he told them about him having the spinal fluid inside of him. And just he wanted to get all of this out in case he turns and all that. I didn't quite get the significance of them, the brother ripping the black scarf around his arm away. I didn't quite get the significance of that. Isn't that supposed to signify? Like I said, I don't quite remember. Like I know I went through some recaps and stuff. It's not like every detail was in those recaps, so I don't quite remember. But I felt like those scarves were supposed to signal people that drank the spinal fluid. So why would he take it off unless that wasn't why they were wearing the scarf? I don't know, but in my mind that's what it was. And then he took it off and he's like, we're gonna go to Zeke, and maybe if he sees you and he knows you have this fluid inside of you, he's not gonna change. So yeah, now they're making their way to Zeke. And then you have Eren making his way to Zeke, who's like on the ground, still breathing, still able to turn people into Titans. So it's like, what's Eren's gonna do? Is he gonna try to make his way there to eat Zeke and get his power? Or is he just trying to make his way there since Zeke is still alive? If he touches him, they can still enact whatever plan that they were going to enact. They could still do that, right? And then the Marlins were telling Reiner to stop Eren from getting to Zeke. Will he be able to do that? It seems like he was also injured, when Zeke was throwing all those rocks and everything. But he didn't seem that injured compared to Galliard. He was like knocked out on the floor over there. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And if you want to see my reaction to the next episode, you can do so by checking out my Patreon. And you can also see the full length of this reaction there as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.